Hello friends, this is Mohammed Shakil here from How Engineers Do It, and welcome to the series Practice with Me Sessions, SolidWorks Beginners. Few things before we get started. If you're not in the first video of the series, you would probably miss something useful. Practice with Me sessions are designed in a way to explain tool to the beginners by actually working on the simple projects. Thereby they learn to implement the tool at the same time. It requires zero CAD knowledge if you want to start with these lessons. I will make the drawing file full size in every video beginning so the users can take a screenshot of it and use it while they practice. This series is created following the success and appreciation I received from CAPA videos, so I will try my best to do the same with SolidWorks as well. I request my viewers and subscribers to give the same support I received from CAPA tutorial videos so that we can make this program a huge success. As usual, give thumbs up and comments. Without further ado, let's begin. In this video, we'll work on exercise number 26. To start with, let's go to Start, File, New, and create a part. Once we have that, let's go to the sketch and start creating a sketch here. So let's start by creating the sketch on the right plane. And firstly, I'll create this portion. So we'll create concentric circles and go to Smart Dimension and create a dimension for this 45 diameter and 20. I'll go for exit the sketch and we'll go for extrude boson base, and the total length is 15 plus 15 30 plus 5 35, so that's 35 here. So either you can do it in two directions. So you can give like maybe 5 here, and on the other direction you can give 30, so that you can use this plane to create these geometries. Now we have our if you go to the right plane, you can see that the right plane okay, the right plane is somewhere here, so we need to create this geometries at this particular plane. So that's the reason I gave 5 on this direction and 30 on the other direction, so that I don't need to create another reference plane to create this geometries. So let's just go ahead and create these portions. So to do that, let's click on the ZX plane. So I'll go to Sketch and click on the ZX plane, zoom out a little bit, use the control key and place it the way you feel it comfortable to continue with the sketching. So we'll go for the line. We'll simply draw a vertical line here. So every time you create a line in the beginning, this so happens that creates a cluster of line, doesn't matter, you can fix it really easy. Now I need to zoom out a little bit more. Now we'll create it till here. We also need to create another portion of it. So we'll just leave it like this. Now we'll select the line here and the circle. I'll go for a tangent, and we'll again do the same thing for this as well, tangent, and let's pull this a little bit here, and let's start giving the dimension for this. Go for the Smart Dimension, and this is 5. Alright, and this is 28, right? This portion is 28. Okay, good. And this is 22. It came automatically. And this is 10. Alright, and this height is 35. And from the center of the circle to this is how much? 35 again. I will have to do this, we'll have to continue doing this until we get a complete just a moment. We have to select this circle here and go for convert entities, and then we have to use a trim entities, use a power trim, zoom out a little bit and remove this portion and remove this portion as well. Alright, that's good. Now we have to do constrain these until we get a complete black, so that means that's fully constrained. So as you can see that there's some cluster of blues here, so you just take the smart dimension tool once again, and so I have to dimension this portion, but this doesn't have a dimension here. So it says that this total, okay, we have this radius is 20, right? And this is 25, so this is 5. So we got that. Now it seems like this and this is of the same dimension, so we give like 35. Now what else? If you're not able to understand where you have to do it, you just have to double click the escape button and just try moving. No, you have to double click the escape button. Why is it not going? You have to press the escape button. Okay, you have completely exited from the sketch. Say you just double click and come back to the sketch, right? Just click on this and go for edit sketch. Now you're back at the sketch. So what I was trying to say is, if you're not able to get where exactly a dimension is missing, you just can go to any other portion of the sketch where you have the blue color and just try moving it up and down or left or right. Left or right is not moving, it's moving up and down. So you need to constrain somewhere on the z-axis. So as you can see in the sketch, this line and this line is somewhere collinear, right? So you select this line and this line here and go here for collinear, and you can see that it's fully constrained now. So you can exit the sketch and now go for features and go for extrude boson base. Select the sketch here. You can reverse the direction. Okay, if you're not able to reverse it that way, you can always go here and reverse it, and you can give 15, right? 15. So you're able to see that that particular portion is already created. Now you have this portion, so now we have to do the remaining part of the sketch from this angle, right? So you can select this face here and start doing the remaining sketch. So you go for the sketch. Now you have the sketch plane being arranged in a way that this plane is taken in normal, and you can go for circle, zoom out a little bit, pan, use a circle. Before using the circle, you can just select the center line and create a center line downwards, zoom out a little bit and pull it down a little bit more, and you can create two circles, 1 and 2, doesn't matter what the dimension is, and now you can just dimension that circle here. That's diameter 16, so you can give 16 here, and for this it's radius 20, so you can give 40. Good. Now you can do a tangent for this and this. Alright, and now you have to do a little trick here. So it's basically to select this and this line here and go for convert entities, and select this also and convert entities, and you can go for extend entities and just extend this and this, and go for trim entities and just trim out this portion, and this portion and this portion here, so that when you do a pad or an extrude here, this gap will be filled. So now we have to create another circle or an arc. So we can go for an arc here. I know what kind of arc it is. Okay, it's a start end radius arc. So you can do it with that as well. So you can just click on the start, click on the end, and click on the radius. Now you can arrange it the way you want. So that's radius 45. It's radius 45. And you gotta create a circle at the ending. I create a circle and just dimension that circle for that. So that's radius 20. So diameter of the radius 10 and diameter 20. And you can create another circle here on the other side. So that's again, dimension it. So that's diameter 20 again. And okay, so this overall, you can create a center line, and okay, I was assuming that this point was lying at the center, so you can just drag it and place it to the center. Okay, so now it's coincident. Now you can select this line and create a 90 degree, and also take this line and give 45 degree. So now it's lying exactly the way it's there in the exercise file. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create two more circles, which is going to form as the outer circle, and we're going to dimension that circle here. So that is how much? Radius 20, so diameter will be 40, and this as well as 40. And finally you're going to create another circle here, and select this circle and go for tangential, and select the circle and go for tangential again. Good. Not so good, I think. Okay, now you gotta give the radius for that particular circle, and that'll fit. So radius 15, so diameter will be 30, so it stands over there, and now it's good. So one more thing which I wanted to show is that it's not necessary that you have to create this and again create here. As I've shown in my previous videos, that you can always select one created portion, and if you're working on symmetrical drawings, you can go for mirror entities and select mirror about as this, and you can see that in yellow color the other side has been created. You can go for the tick and it'll be created. So the reason why I have repeated 2 times is also with the point that the users will also get to experience or to get to see the tutorial 2 times when I'm doing it multiple times. Alright, now I can go for this and go for tangential, and go for this and also go for tangential, and also yep, that's it. Now you can see that it's a little messed up. You can go for the trim entities and trim this portion and this portion here. Oops, well, let me do that. You can select this line here and go for construction, so that'll not create much problem. And you can go for yep, and this and this and this. Okay, it looks kind of good, but not very good. I think something is missing here. I'm gonna find out, because you can see that's still in blue color, so there's something somewhere it's going wrong. So just try to, yeah, so that's what. So okay, so this point should lie at this, you see this axis line. So you do one thing, just go for the extend, select this line. No, okay, I'll do one thing and just go for the center line. I'll just extend that center line till here and make sure that this line and this line is collinear. it's in collinear. Now select this point and this line and go for coincident. Yep. So basically you can do the same thing here as well, but I think it's already done. When it was done on the other side, you can see that this point and this line is already, now it's over constrained. So you can just put Control Z and it'll come back to the original thing. Now still, it's not solving our sketch. There's something else that we need to do. So let's find out. So this is the fun in when you're working. You get some error somewhere in the sketch and you're unable to see where it is. So it's fun that you're finding that out. So you can just trim this portion as well. You can just go and try to move the different portion where the sketch shows it's blue, and just randomly move here and there. Somewhere the sketch is gonna also this need to be construction. Okay, really not able to find where it is. Okay, I missed out something, by the way. So that is to, oops, Control 8, we'll put it normal. Just so first, the second, and the third. Now I gotta select this line and the circle here and go for tangency, and this line and the circle here and go for tangency again. So that's over constrained. Okay, now you gotta do the same step. I know this tutorial is a little tricky, but you need to experience this kind of tutorials as well, right? That's how you get to learn. Now again, you can go for this line and this circle here and go for tangency, and this circle and this line and go for tangency, and it'll give an error. So you can just Control Z that and go for the trim entities and just trim these portions. Okay. Now what else is remaining? The sketch is complete. Not sure if there's any openings, so let's just try to apply that. Click on the tick mark, exit the sketch, and try to do a feature extrude boson base. So it's technically not having any issues. I'm not really sure why it was showing the sketch in blue color. We'll find that out. So this should be 22, right? So you can give 22 here, and here you can give 0 and click on the tick mark. Oh, you need a number greater than or equal to 1. Okay, you do one thing. Just do this, give 22 here and go for reverse. That's not how I wanted. So you go here, edit the feature, click on the opposite direction, and you'll be getting that. So this is how the model looks like. But the reason why the sketch was not showing is still confusing me. So let's try to find that out. Why it was in blue. So okay, this is defined, this is defined, 90 degree, 45 degree, This is defined as 30. Circle this. Seems like everything is defined perfectly. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just make a note of it, and if I find that out, I'll post a video on this, or I'll put the comment below this video, or if any of you guys finds that out, maybe everyone makes mistakes, maybe I've missed out some constraint somewhere, but usually most of the cases, 95% of the times, if there is a constraint that's missing, you go to the blue color of the sketch, and if you try to move it, the sketch will move, but in this case it's not moving. So maybe I've missed out somewhere which is not much significant. That's the reason I'm not able to find that out. But anyways, if any of you subscribers or viewers have found that out, you can comment that below the video. And thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned.